All right, let's get started with our lesson. When we start with a question, we want to make sure that we are always making sense of the problem. In order to make sense of the problem, we need to know what is the problem about? What are you trying to find out and what information is important? That's why we follow the 6 steps of answering a problem. So let's read our problem through the first time. Look at the shapes below. Put a check mark on all the shapes that appear to have at least one pair of parallel sides. Put a star on all the shapes that appear to have at least one pair of perpendicular lines. All right, what is this problem about? Well, I can see right here that this problem is about shapes. This problem is about parallel sides, and this problem is about perpendicular sides, okay? So when we ask ourselves, what is this problem about? It's about shapes with parallel sides and perpendicular sides. So now we're going to read it again. Look at the shapes below. Put a check mark on all the shapes that appear to have at least one pair of parallel sides. Put a star on all the shapes that appear to have at least one pair of perpendicular sides. So this problem doesn't have an actual question, it has instructions. So our instructions are to put a check mark on all the shapes that appear to have at least one pair of parallel sides and to put a star on all the shapes that appear to have at least one pair of perpendicular sides. All right, let's read our problem one more time. Look at the shapes below. Put a check mark on all the shapes that appear to have at least one pair of parallel sides, and put a star on all the shapes that appear to have at least one pair of perpendicular sides. All right, I'm going to circle the important words in our question, the words that I have to know in order to answer this question. All right, I see. Again, it's very important that I know that I'm looking at shapes. Okay, and it's very important that I know that I am putting a check mark. We should all know what a check mark looks like. In case we don't, a check mark looks like that. And we are putting a check mark on the shapes that have parallel sides. So I'm going to draw a connecting line between these two circles because I want to know that I understand check mark, parallel side. And I am going to put a star on all the shapes that have perpendicular sides. All right, so I'm going to draw a line here between these two. So a star, if you cannot draw a star like that, which isn't a great representation, but something like that, you can just do some lines that cross over each other. We actually call that an asterisk, but you could use that as your star, or if you want to draw your star more of a traditional way, any of those shapes right there would work for your star. All right, we should understand this problem. We should have made sense of our problem. So now let's go ahead and answer our problem.